I'd been homeless for like a year and a half, and authorities had came and taken the first shelter down. Well, there used to be another room here, but we took that down first to please the council. Massively, yes. It's not been my castle, it's always been a community castle. But they're demanding that the castle be gone. What they're saying is old stone gone, absolutely nothing here at all. The other castle would be Philly Castle, probably about 15 miles that way.
Council like that one?
They like that one, yeah. They give that one £10 million funding, don't they, you know? And there's mine, not a penny.
Good morning and welcome to South Wales, rural South Wales, and to a video that I am incredibly excited to make today. I think out of all the videos I've done, this is the one that I've most been looking forward to getting out shooting. So I was recently scrolling online, as you do, wishing I was doing something else, but I wasn't. But that day I stumbled across something that made me glad that I was scrolling, and I stopped as it was this Welsh fella who had built himself a castle out of dry stone wall. Now if you know my channel you'll know that I love dry stone wall, and I just stopped and I thought, that is literally the coolest thing I have ever seen. So I was looking further into it, and it turns out he'd built this stunning castle. The community absolutely love it. It's become like a beacon of hope for the area, a real inspiration to everyone. And then the council have told him that he's got to knock it down. So I thought, I got to see this before it goes. So I shoot him a message. I say, excuse me mate, I just want to let you know this is genuinely the coolest thing I've ever seen. Can I come down and make a video about it? And he said, yeah mate, come on down. So I did. So yeah, here I am in South Wales, waiting to meet Mikey, who's going to go and show me his castle. I mean, how cool is that? I'm literally about to go visit a guy's castle that he built himself. And yeah, I guess a guy who builds a castle's probably got some other cool stuff to show me. So who knows what else we'll find today. But yeah, let's wait for Mikey and we'll crack on. Morning, dude. Right, Mikey's just ahead of me now. I'm just following him. I'm going to go park as close to the castle as possible. I think it is up a mountain, so there'll be a bit of walking. Right, so here I am. This is Mikey, who's invited me down. I actually did meet Mikey yesterday night. We went to the pub and he beat me a disgusting amount of times at pool. I can't remember how many times.
I think it was 10-0.
Was it 10-0?
I think it was 10, yeah.
So the castle, whereabouts is it?
It's directly on top of this mountain.
Wow. When did you build it? When did you start building this castle?
5.5 years ago.
5.5 years ago?
Yeah, it was this New Year's Eve I started building.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was 2018. I'd built a previous shelter. I'd been homeless for like a year and a half, and authorities had came and taken the first shelter down. So I was invited onto this land. It was private land, and the owners gave me permission to do what I wanted. It was more of a New Year's resolution. I'd start something new, have a new project, a new goal, something to work forwards to. And I just started a day early.
Yeah.
But the majority of the time has been used collecting stone. I would say a good 80% of the time is just nothing but stone collecting.
Really?
You get like a military burden, like a heavy duty big bag for your back, and I put in anywhere from 30 to 60 kilograms per run.
Wow.
No, I don't think they expected a castle, no, it was just build what you want, but I got so far, built a little cabin. I don't know, I guess myself, and if I'm having a bad time I come up here and collect stone. It's just a way of burning off any, how can I say, anger.
Yeah.
Pissed off, just come up here, do a load of stone runs, keep going till you're physically exhausted. And if you do that for a month, then you've got a big pile of stone. When you're happy again, you're free and creative to do and build as you please. It's on private land, but the council have deemed the land as agricultural purposes.
Oh really?
And because it's had 10,000 visitors, they seem in the land's now used for recreational purposes. But they're demanding that the castle be gone, all the benches are gone, and make the land as if it was never touched.
Oh wow, it's amazing. So there's the castle and there's the builder of the castle walking through the mist of the mountain. Does the hill have a name?
It's Meredith's Line.
Meredith's Line?
Yeah.
Just a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, Manta Sleep. And yes, I am in fact sleeping in my car right now. You see, I've converted my tiny little car into the ultimate exploration vehicle, and the Manta Sleep Mask is so good for just pulling up anywhere, popping it on, and going to sleep. It's total blackout for me right now. So the amazing thing about my Manta Sleep Mask is that it has Bluetooth connection and headphones built in, so I can be anywhere, literally anywhere, like this random car park in South Wales. I can pop the mask on, get the favourite podcast on, and I feel like I'm at home in bed. This thing is absolutely unbelievable on plane journeys as well. I've done 3 plane journeys with this now, and I was a terrible flyer, and I get on the plane, I put it on, podcast straight on, I'm head down, and I literally wake up as the plane is landed. It is so, so good. Check out the link in the description and use code TURNIP for 10% off your order. Right, so here we are at the castle. I mean, do you want to give me the tour, the full tour?
Well, there used to be another room here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can still see where the foundations are.
Oh, yeah.
But we took that down first to please the council.
So that was one of the things they said you got to get
They
that?
said they didn't like people going on the roof, and the windows were too big.
Right, okay.
People coming out the windows, which they wanted to change, so I collapsed it all, put the giant retaining wall in, and made kind of a balcony at the top. It's mostly used by animals, this floor these days.
Yeah, I bet. It's a brilliant shelter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my word. Look at this. Okay, so was this like pre-existing here then? So that was the stuff that built out?
So this went all the way out to the edge.
Yeah.
And what they didn't like is people would come through the doors and stand on the roof.
Yeah.
They liked it as a roof, but not as a platform that people walk on. Which...
And were a lot of people doing that? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We had donkeys, like 7 donkeys on the roof at one point, so it was safe.
Oh, really?
But
Yeah.
from their perspective, not safe enough. So yeah, that came down.
The stonework is just incredible as well, isn't it?
Oh, it took a bit of getting used to.
Yeah, I bet.
But that bench was donated by a local veteran and his family.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's my military number, rank and name.
Oh, yeah, there's your name down there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's got a pizza oven that side and a log burner
So that's the
this
pizza
side.
oven there, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Log burner there.
Yeah.
I mean, what more do you need?
Yeah. Permission off the council.
I know, yeah, that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a castle. It is a castle on a hill, built by someone who didn't die centuries ago, but is still standing, is still building things, lives just down there in the town, in the village, and yet the council are making him take it down. That is, it's so annoying, isn't it? It's infuriating when you hear of amazing things being done, and then they go, nope, get that down, not worthy. So 5 years in the making. How many tons of stone do you say again?
Hundreds.
Hundreds of tons
Yeah.
of stone. So how did you first hear that they weren't happy with it?
They sent a letter first and they came over and had a chat first.
So they sent a letter to the castle?
2 of the landowners,
Yeah.
and then they contacted me. I made contact with them, then we had a chat. At first it's quite reasonable, just change the first floor and make changes to the rest of it, that would be suitable. So I did that, and then they said no, they've changed their mind, they want the whole thing to come down. We're still in discussions. What they're saying is all the stone gone, absolutely nothing here at all. So what we've requested is, if I collapse it immediately, just build a stone wall at the top. In the meantime, that gives me time then I can finish my buck doing what I'm doing. And then after that, I would like to come back and rebuild the castle, but with regulations, with architects' designs, and to the council specifications.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to work with the council, but it's Yeah, not very productive at the moment.
Yeah.
Because my thoughts are, if he was to rebuild, it'd be good to have all the stone here on hand ready.
Yeah, yeah.
Not to take it away, and if
Yeah.
permission did come through, drag it back.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what happens.
It was then sad to start moving the stone from which this castle was built, but along the way hearing stories from Mikey about how he got all the materials to this hill.
I was lucky. I had the tree on my shoulder and I managed to push the tree as I lost my foot in, which gave me like a metre or two. And by the time it came tumbling back towards me, I got up and managed to get the other side of a tree with a cliff right up there, hanging off the sedge.
Oh my god.
The falling tree hit the upright tree. And yeah, I was luckily safe.
Yeah, yeah.
But
you don't do that route anymore?
No, I don't actually.
So you've got to check out the full video on Mikey's YouTube channel, Mikey J. Allen. I'll link it all below. It's absolutely amazing hearing his story firsthand from how he came up with the idea to building it to what he's gone on. It's honestly an incredible video. So yeah, do go over and watch it after this. He's got loads of others as well on there actually as well. Some awesome like cabins hidden in the woods. We might go visit one of them later, one of those cabins.
Go to the Blue Lagoon.
Yeah, brilliant, yeah. How many people have you had up here before, like at once?
I think the biggest day for attendance was a day we had the Mother's Line male voice choir came up.
Oh really?
It was on Easter Easter Sunday. So I'd planted all little pebbles with the word egg on them through the forestry down below. And the football club down there got about 200-300 kids on their books. So they brought all the kids up through the forestry finding the eggs. When they got here, the male voice choir was here and barbecue. They did about 10 songs here. And the whole side up there was just full of people. And then on the way back down, we went back down to the clubhouse. And there they exchanged the pebbles for Easter eggs.
Oh, amazing.
So we kind of kept all the rubbish in one place and didn't have foil all through the forestry that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really good.
Oh
Two
wow,
or 300
so what,
people.
wow.
Yeah, the Welsh national anthem being sung and Bread of
Oh
Heaven.
god, I bet that was a bit emotional,
Yeah.
So it feels like a real like community.
Massively, yes. It's not been my castle, it's always been a community castle. No, I've closed all funding pages down. The situation we're in at the moment is the council have said don't bother applying for anything because they're going to block all applications.
Right.
So didn't really want to raise money knowing there's a dead end. They will waste so much money to fight this, and I don't want to raise tens of thousands of pounds to pay spend solicitors' fees. It's just not. It's a lot of stress.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the council turned around and said, "Yeah, we're going to support you," it'd be great. But without their support, it's a dead fish.
An interesting story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man builds castle, someone comes to destroy it.
Yeah.
Is there any other castle nearby, or are you the only one?
The other castle would be Philly Castle, probably about 15 miles that way.
Council like that one?
They like that one, yeah. They give that one £10 million funding, don't they? You know. But
Oh yeah.
and there's mine, not a penny.
Yeah.
I think the frustrating thing is for the locals is to visit Philly Castle is like £44 for a family.
Really?
And then people come here and it's free, and they had all their funding. I didn't get a penny.
Yeah.
Their castle's much nicer than mine, though.
Well, I don't know. I think
it's,
beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
It certainly is beautiful. Look at that. There's the chimney. Oh, that's ace. Oh, it's cool up here, isn't it?
Yeah. Would have been nice to have been finished, though, wouldn't it?
You would, yeah. But look, it's not the end.
I was that close to it at the end, and heartbreaking.
It is, isn't it? So all these going off, yeah?
Yeah.
I love this where the smoke just kind of seeps a little bit out the walls. It looks so great. So you're writing a book as well?
Yeah, I've been writing a book now for the last 2-3 years. It's goes through my childhood, speaking about the army, speaking about being in Afghanistan, coming back home. Always liked being homeless, the reasons why I became homeless, and the reasons why I started building this in the first place. And whilst building the castle, a lot of people have come up and done one-to-ones and told me their life stories as well. So I've had permission to write about some of their experiences and how they felt about certain things, and spent a lot of time writing.
Yeah.
I think it should be next year now that
Cool.
I'll be able to publish.
Yeah, cool. We'll have to do a plug when it comes out anyway,
Yeah.
whenever it does. It reminds me of when I was a kid, and all I'd do, didn't have a phone as a kid, all I'd do is go out and building dens in the woods, on the hillside, just wherever I could. We just built dens. It was absolutely amazing, and it was just that kind of youthful innocence to it. It was like there was no purpose aside from just going and building a den, and you didn't think it had any more meaning. And it's exactly the same as what Mikey has done here, really. He just came out and built something. He had no other motive for it, and yet when that is done in such a way, in such a beautiful way, in such an incredible landscape, it does suddenly inspire so many different sectors of people, be that people who are struggling, who come up here looking for a bit of solitude, all these different community events which look upon this castle as something really, really important. And it kind of makes you think, well, this is just a really simple thing in a way. It's just a guy who collected stone, brought it up and built it. It's all the modern stuff, all the technology that comes with your phone, all the bills that you pay, all the different things, all the subscription services that you attach yourself to that make life really complicated and make it seem busy. And then there's something like this that when you're up here, it does just feel really peaceful, and you've just got the castle built because, well, you could build a castle across on the wonderful view. And it's just really, really amazing. It just makes me want to go back out and build a den. Why can't I? There's nothing stopping me from doing it. The only thing that stops me from doing it is maybe the too much scrolling on my phone, or I don't know, something. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll go out and see if I can build a den. I'll call it a den at the start. I don't think I'll be able to get the castle done in Yorkshire. Who knows? Maybe I could. You heard it here first. Will the Wandering Turnip return to Yorkshire and build a castle? Who did the dragon?
Me.
You did it?
Yeah.
No way.
That's the most expensive thing up here, that is.
Oh really?
Yeah.
How did you do it?
I got a Welsh fridge magnet and kind of used that as the template to draw it, really.
No way.
Did the dimensions, so it would be the same as a flag. So did like a spray paint outline first, then dug down about 1/2 foot, planted all the stones in there, concrete top, and then put up bright stones to use the edging for the detail, and then radiator paint.
Oh really?
Yeah, or car paint.
And the beautiful natural green as well.
Yeah.
Green of the grass.
It's about 4 years old.
Is it?
Mm.
Oh wow, so that was quite early on as well then.
Yeah.
Yeah. From a fridge magnet, that's ace. That's so good. Did people start taking note of what you were doing up here? Was it quite early on?
Since the start, really.
Really?
Like when it was COVID, when it first came up here the one day, and there would have been about 40-50 people up here.
Really?
Yeah, it was just little families scattered all throughout the field.
No way.
But it was one of my favourite times up here, because I think in COVID, when it first came out, everybody's quite fearful, didn't know what was going on, so to see so many people kind of respecting the boundaries and yet shouting over to each other was, you could sense there was a lot of relief in the air.
Perfect. So you were just building it then, and just kind of everyone's doing it looking at my castle. And then did people get involved as well? Did people start coming to give you a hand?
There have been people involved over the years. Yeah, there's been some extremely fit people come up as well. This is ultramarathon guy who comes up now and again, and when he comes up, it's a good day.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's just non-stop then, and he can keep pace as well.
No way. Oh, that's ace.
So yeah. Yeah, this is all down there, so all come from.
Yeah, so all the stones come from
Yeah.
kind of around here.
It was about 200 metres that direction.
Oh really?
Yeah.
And it's just a case of digging the earth, pulling.
Yeah. And dig somewhere else. You'd have enough stone to last you like a month or two.
Yeah.
So
Oh, wow. And then all in this bag. Is this the bag?
Oh, this is the 14th bag.
The 14th bag!
14th bag, this one is. I've gone through 14 bags and 3 axes.
It's hard to show on the camera just how steep this is. The area where Mikey gets all the stones from. It's absolutely crazy. I'm struggling to just hold a camera and he's lugging 30 kilogram rocks.
So these ones here would be quite good ones.
Yeah.
Because, and this one goes straight on top of it.
Okay, yeah.
There's no gap.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it?
Whereas if you'd have like a wobbly one, just messes it all up. This one on top then would have that.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So you have to find little stones then and kind of wedge in them gaps.
Oh, yeah. So obviously there was no need to actually bring back any stone today due to the very sad fact that this castle is most likely going to have to be removed quite soon. However, I wanted to follow Mikey and show you the journey of just how treacherous it was to carry all those tons and tons of stone back to build this beautiful castle. I then followed Mikey on treks deep into the misty Welsh countryside where I followed him up streams through aged forests giving off a radiant green until we stumbled upon a whole range of other creations by Mikey deep in the wilderness. These cabins that looked like they'd fallen out the pages of a Tolkien book. And I was once again blown away by Mikey's incredible stonework, but also his ability to create these structures that sit so cohesively with the landscape around, almost as if they've always been there. It was just Mikey came along and pulled them out of the earth. And I know this is hypocritical because I found Mikey via TikTok and I make YouTube videos that I want you to sit down and watch. However, I also think we should all be getting outside and playing with nature like Mikey does. And I came away from the trip to Wales so inspired to get back home and try and rebuild my connection with the landscape around me. And I hope this video has maybe done the same to you. By every hour scrolled, by every social media account deactivated, then reactivated, with every Amazon parcel that you're sat waiting to be delivered, we have filled up our lives and complicated them so much that when a man like Mikey builds a castle on a hill for no other reason than he could, we stop and we go, that's what we need more of in this world. The council may have taken this castle, but what they can never take is Mikey's spirit.